Okay, so it turns out it's very, very difficult to win games with a team of over 35-year-olds. I have come to that conclusion. Episode 3 today. Let's do it. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to OAPFC. It's episode number 3 today. And as I mentioned in the intro there, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that it's very, very difficult to win things. Win games even, just singular games. It's very difficult to win them with this team of over 35-year-olds. In today's episode, we are going to play this game with Sheffield United that I mentioned in the last episode, as well as looking forward to the summer. Looking forward to new signings because it is January right now and we could bring in some more players if we had any money, which, I mean, we don't really. But we'll talk about that a little bit in the future because I feel like the magic of this series is looking at which players are turning 35 and which players we can bring in. So we'll definitely get into that a little bit today, as well as reviewing some of the results that I've had in some games. Spoiler, I've actually won some games. Very few, but some. Before we get into those results, as well as getting into this game with Sheffield United, a super quick reminder that if you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying some of the other content on the channel, then please do subscribe because it really helps me out. It makes sure that you are notified for future videos too, especially if you turn that bell on. Leave me comments. It allows me to put a name to some of the people viewing these videos, which is a super cool thing for me. So comments, likes, subscribe, do all those things. It really helps me out. Let's go and see which games I've won and also get into this game with Sheffield United. So the current situation then looks like this. We're currently 14th in the league, which is definitely an improvement from last time. We're still above Tottenham as well. Very Spursy indeed. We're now on, how many points are we on? 16 points. The bottom 3, West Brom in 18th, are on 12. So we're not necessarily clear of them, but we're definitely looking like we're in a better position. That is because we have played 16. We have won 5. There are some of the wins there. Drawn 1 and lost 10 of those games, which, if you look at those results there, lots of them against the teams that you'd consider to be the bigger teams in the league. Your Liverpools, your Chelseas, your Uniteds, your Cities, as well as some smaller teams too, like Spurs. Sorry, I could not resist that. I'm so sorry, Spurs fans. These are the results then from last episode. We played this game against Burnley, which we lost 3-1, very disappointingly. Rodrigo Palacio scored off of his little rat tail thing, didn't he? Since then, we lost to Leicester 4-1, Quagliarella with our only goal. I then scheduled another friendly with Bagshot because I felt like we needed the confidence boost. It helped. We got a hat-trick for Quagliarella. We got goals for Palacio, Rodriguez and Nigel de Jong. We won 6-0. And then we backed it up with a win in the league against Leeds, a 2-0 win. Thiago Silva scored, Palacio scored. This one wasn't off his rat tail, but it was a decent goal actually, on about the hour mark. 2-0 against Leeds. We then lost 5-3 to Everton. This becomes a bit of a theme. We concede a lot of goals. A lot of goals indeed. Quagliarella did score twice in this one. So did Joaquin. And a 5-3 loss. We did manage to score 3. Maybe that's a positive. Following that was another win. We beat Fulham. Quagliarella with the only goal. A very solid performance in this game. After that, we lost to Manchester City. To be expected. Quagliarella actually gave us the lead here. But then we did fall to a 3-1 defeat. We then drew with West Brom. They've been struggling this year. They only had 10 men as well. We actually scored in the first minute. They got a man sent off. We dominated the whole game. They scored in the 89th minute to equalise. It was Mateus Pereira. Very annoying. 2 points dropped. I'd probably look at that one and say. After that was Tottenham. We lost 3-1 to them. Harry Kane scored a hat-trick. Pablo Hernandez scored for us. Again, we went 1-0 up and they just could not hold on. In fact, we had so many injuries in this recent spell. I mean, look at this screenshot here from when we played Manchester City. So many players out with injuries. They're so old that I think they're just falling like flies. And then finally, in the most recent game, it was this ridiculous game. We won 5-4 against Newcastle. I can't really explain it either, to be honest. It was a very strange one. Jermaine Defoe got a hat-trick in the second half. In a 20-minute hat-trick from Defoe. They scored 2 really late on to almost draw things level. Callum Wilson also got a hat-trick. Quagliarella scored for us. And Dani Alves scoring on 7 minutes. Just about giving us the win. We played very well, look. If you have a look at the stats, 12 shots on target at 2.37 XG, from which we scored 5. Jermaine Defoe was lethal here. He's definitely put himself into contention for a starting berth. And that's exactly what we're going to move on to very soon in today's game, which will be against Sheffield United. We talked about them being terrible. They've actually moved off the bottom. The bottom team is now Newcastle, who we've just beaten. They're both on 9 points. We're on 16. can we get ourselves back-to-back wins for, it must be the first time this season. Before we get into that game, a quick look at the transfer market, because I feel like, again, this is the most fun part of this save. These are the players that are currently interested in joining and are also 35 years old or over. Pepe, we struggled to get him because we don't quite have the money, but he is a player I'd like to bring in. I'm going to keep trying. The money situation isn't great at the moment. We've got about 1.7 million in transfer budget, and we've not got a lot of wage budget to play with either. Another player you just saw there that I've been trying to sign is Alexander Kolarov. I got him to confirm everything. He got a work permit, and then he also had a broken leg, so they cancelled that as well. I think Kolarov's really good for his age. He would be a good option at left back, probably better than Felipe Luis. He's also got great free kick taking and crossing and corners and everything. We can definitely use that. I'd probably play him as a left back rather than a centre back, but he can also do that job too. Out of these players here, have a quick look at some of them that are available. If there is any that take your fancy from here, then please do leave me a comment down below of which of these players I should be going for. I've been looking at your suggestions as well. Some of the players you've been suggesting are 35 in real life now, but we're not yet 35 in-game at this stage. It's January, so we kind of have to go back about 8 months. So just bear that in mind as well. And birthdays is something that I've been paying very close attention to. I've been looking for the players that are 34 and about to turn 35. And if I do this by date of birth here, these players here, Nani, Hulk, Giroud, Dzeko, Raul Garcia, these are all 34, about to turn 35. If you have a look, for example, in March, Edin Dzeko turns 35. The type of player we definitely need to bring in. Godin turns 35 in February. Just looking down these birthdays here. Third, Adrian, the goalkeeper. We're not going to bring him in, but he's very soon going to turn 35. I've been keeping an eye on it. There's not many, but there are a few that I definitely think we need to bring in when they turn 35. For example, Hulk would actually bring a bit of pace and a little bit of dynamism, I think, to our attack. I'd love to bring him in. He's not 35, though, until July, so it's going to be an end-of-season thing. Anyway, there's not too much I can do with it right now, so let's go ahead and play this game with Sheffield United. Okay, then here we go for this game with Sheffield United, a game we should definitely be trying to win. A game where they're in the bottom three. We need to be taking the game to them. We need to pick up points here. So, in goal, it will be Buffon. In front of him, we're going to have Alves, Silva, Miranda, Felipe Luis, the usual Brazilian suspects at the back. In front of them, we're going to go with the likes of Fernandinho and Parolo. There is options that I could have gone with, but I'm going to go with these two. I'm going to change Fernandinho, by the way. Instead of being a DLP, I think we've been playing him as, I'm going to play him as a ball-winning midfielder. He's probably our best player in terms of he shouldn't have really. Look at him there. He's still a really good player, but he's not been great this year. So I'm going to change his role to ball-winning midfielder. He's going to play alongside Parolo. In front of him, we're going to have Palacio on the left, Robin on the right, Pablo Hernandez in the middle, Quagliarella up front. He's been our main source of goals. I have decided to keep Jermaine Defoe on the bench, but that's not because he doesn't score goals. He scored a hat-trick. We'll probably make that our first change if we need to. You know, we'll do Hernandez off maybe, put Defoe up front with Quagliarella if we need a goal. We'll see. Anyway, that's the team. Let's get into this game. First highlight of the game then, it starts with Buffon on the ball at the back, passing it around. Here's our slow, methodical footballer as we try and build towards getting ourselves a nice early goal. That is a terrible pass from Dani Alves. At least Mousset's on the end of it. Don't go and score straight away. Mousset saved by Buffon. Calm. Easy. It's not a great start to the game. Sheffield United on the attack again here. Here's George Baldock into Sonderberger. Fleck. They're passing around. That's a great ball. Baldock down the right-hand side. Tackling Felipe Luis. He's not giving a foul. We can carry on. Berger's got it though. Mousset. McBurney. Oh, it's a terrible start. Ollie McBurney is there to apply the finish. 1-0 to Sheffield United. I don't think we've really done anything. Have we had an attack yet? I don't think so. Felipe Luis's defending here is just terrible. McBurney puts it in, and all of a sudden, we're 1-0 down. We've not even had a shot. All right, I'm going to encourage them. We're 10 minutes in, and maybe what they need is a little bit of encouragement. Here's Hernandez, free kick. Arjen Robben with a header off his bold head. I'm so sorry. I don't need to bring that up. I'm so sorry. It's a beautiful header from Arjen Robben, who is an absolute beast in the air. That is a sentence I did not think I was saying, but what a header this is. He rises high like a gazelle as he heads it past the helpless Ramsdale. Ramsdale couldn't do anything about keeping it out. And all of a sudden, we're back to square one. We are level. Excellent news. 1-1 then, 20 minutes on the clock. It's our first attack, our first shot. Right, another bit of encouragement. It worked the first time, so I've encouraged them again at 34 minutes on the clock. It's not worked as well. It's a corner for Sheffield United, headed off the bar. And cleared by Felipe Luis. That was a let-off. A real let-off. Here comes another corner. Fleck in again. Oh, my word. This time, the defending is atrocious. It's Billy Sharp. He was just in acres of space in the 6-yard box. I don't know how we've left him there. By the way, how old is Billy Sharp? I swear he must be coming up to the age where we can sign him. I mean, he's clearly still got it. It's terrible. So look how much space he's got around everyone else, though. 2-1. How old is he? Let me just check. He's 34. When's his birthday? His birthday's in a month. We're literally a month away from being able to sign it. Maybe we need to do that. He's clearly still good enough. Anyway, it's half time and we're losing. Right, we're approaching the hour mark. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to drop these guys, which I did push forward, Robin and Palacio. I'm going to drop them down and go to a 4-4-2 because that will allow me to bring on Jermaine Defoe. Let's do Jermaine Defoe instead of Hernandez. Now, Robin's tired. Do I change him on the right? I feel like swap those. I mean, neither can really play there. It means, what can we do? Danny Alves go right mid. And we'll do Ivanovic. I've done that in the past. And then Robin off. We've only really got Stuart Downing on the bench. Do I want to do Stuart Downing? Not really. He doesn't look great, look. I think we're going to have to. Downing on. We've gone Stuart Downing on the pitch. We're losing. We need to get back into this. And Stuart Downing is the man that we're going to hopefully use to get us back into it. There's a highlight. Ivanovic throws it straight to Ollie McBurney. It's cleared by Fleck. But only to Parolo. 82 minutes on the clock. Can we get ourselves another equaliser? Felipe Luis. Parolo into the box. Quagliarella. Oh my God, what a hit. Defoe's there. Defoe's offside. Oh my word, Defoe was offside. The Quagliarella goal would have counted. I say the Quagliarella goal. The Quagliarella shot would have counted. Unless, no, it has been off. It's been given as offside. Quagliarella went for like a weird little scissor kick thing here. Watch this for an effort. Parolo. What an effort that is on the volley. And it hits the bar and bounces down, not over the line. Defoe was offside. Oh, I can't encourage them yet. I really want to. There are 3 minutes to go. We're into added time. We're into added time. I've encouraged them one last time. If we can get an equaliser here, I feel like it would feel as good as getting a win. Honestly, that's where we're at these days. Any points on the board is going to be so, so useful. It's a ball out wide to Ivanovic. We've got men forward here, you know. Danny Alves. We've got players in the box. Alves cross. Quagliarella! Quagliarella's done it! Come on! Yes! How high-pitched did my voice just go? It's 2-2. Quagliarella with the header. He missed that chance on the sort of scissor kick volley. This time, though, no mistake. And we are 2-2. And surely, we've salvaged a point. Danny Alves digs out the cross. Quagliarella, great header. He scored so many goals this year. We're going to get a point here away at Sheffield United. 2-2. Oh, there's a minute to go. We just need to hold on. I'm all of a sudden very, very scared because there is actually a highlight here from Sheffield United. Don't you dare, FM. You've just made me do a squealy, high-pitched voice. They're actually on the attack. McBurney. They're through. It's McGoldrick. Oh, my. I'm in Spain without the S. This save just doesn't want me to win or get any points. It's another moment of heartbreak. We scored in the 93rd minute and the 92nd minute and they've scored in the 93rd. It's McGoldrick who's won it for Sheffield United. I don't think there's time to do anything. Maybe I should have gone more defensive. Maybe I should have drawn everyone. I don't know. Where does that leave us? It leaves us 14th still. Sheffield United have improved their position. They've scored 92, 93. Look at the timings of the goals. Honestly, it's just started to rain outside and it couldn't be more fitting. Sheffield United have moved up to 18th there. We stay 14th and honestly, pain. It's honestly pain. What are we going to do? Again, it's back to the drawing board. Again, I feel like we're lacking going forward. We shouldn't have to bring on the likes of Stuart Downing to try and change the game. I mean, I actually think he played quite well, but where does that leave us? I mean, wait a month, sign Billy Sharp, sign more players. Should we go and pick out a game that we're going to go to? Again, you've got Moni Clayts at the end of this episode. Let's have a little look down. We play some pretty tough games coming up. When do we play? I mean, Newcastle were bottom, weren't they, right? Are they still bottom? Yeah, Newcastle are still bottom of the league on 9 points. When do we play them again? Okay, it's towards the end of the season. Do we think maybe I'll go and play a big old chunk of games and come back for this Newcastle game. By then, we'll know where we're going to finish almost, and we'll be finishing off the season. Maybe trying to avoid relegation, in all honesty. But I kind of want to get to those points because I want to get to the summer and get to more transfers, because I think that is the most fun part about this save. So I'm going to go and play a massive chunk of this, get to the Newcastle game, and we'll play that next episode before finishing the season after that. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, despite the horrible FM1 show, please do subscribe to the channel. It will let you know when we go with another video, and you can watch that one too. Leave me some comments. Can we get some Fs in the comments down below? I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye. Might go for a walk in the pouring rain. That's how I feel.